All right, and we are recording. Welcome everyone to the 2026 Prickly Pedal Race Preview video. I'm going to go through the racer guide, which was just released to you all. If you are registered now, the email went out just a couple hours ago. You got the link to this. I'm going to run through it with you as well, hopefully answering any questions that might arise as you go through it yourself. And of course, if you have more, you can always reach out to me directly. If you did get the email, my address is on that. You can always reply, and I will answer any questions as they do come up. So as we get into it, let's just get into it. All right. Boom. Starting with the start. Here are your basics. Race is going to be this Sunday, February 1st. Our start locations have not changed. The 36-mile full pedal will start in downtown Cave Creek in front of local Johnny's restaurant. The 15-mile sprint distance starts at the Pioneer Living History Museum in Phoenix, just off Pioneer Road exit on I-17. New to this year, we have added a 10-mile trail run that starts and finishes at 10-lane boat ramp at Lake Pleasant. All races cut off at 7, very generous cutoff times for all distances. And of course, all finishes are at the Lane 10 boat ramp. Pleasant. Online registration closed last night. There's still a couple of opportunities to register in person, however. You can do so Friday here at our office in Phoenix. From 12 p.m. to 5 p.m., our office will be open for anyone who does want to register in person. Or if you have registered, you can pick up your bibs then. One quick caveat, we have 6 spaces remaining on the shuttle for the full distance race. We have 16 spaces on the shuttle for the sprint distance race. Once those are sold out, they are sold out, and at that point, all racers will need to have their own vehicles or somehow get themselves to the start lines, as well as pick them up the Lake Pleasant. So you're not required to ride the shuttle. However, it's nice and easy because you can park at Lake Pleasant at the finish, hop on the shuttle. It takes you and your bike to the start, and then when you are done your race, you are there with your vehicle. Again, not mandatory. You can certainly make other arrangements. There are no shuttles that go back to the start line to retrieve vehicles, however, at the end of the day. So just know that if you are being dropped at the start, you must get picked up at the finish as well. All right, back to the in-person registrations, though. So as I said, Friday at our office, 12 p.m. to 5 p.m., you can do in-person registration, and you can also pick up your bib if you are already registered. The other option is Sunday morning, race morning. If you're taking the shuttle, you can just drive to Lake Pleasant at the shuttle pickup. There will be also bib pickup there for you. If you are driving yourself or somehow getting a ride to the start line, your bibs will be available for you there as well. So no need to drive to the finish and then get yourself to the start. If you're coming and getting dropped off, those bibs will be waiting for you when you get there. They will come on the shuttle, so I guess that's another one to throw out there. So the shuttles will pick up all the people who are riding the shuttle and their bikes, and then we'll take all those bibs with them as well. They will arrive at the start line so that if you were getting dropped off at the start, your bibs will arrive on the shuttle. We'll pass them out as needed, and then we'll get the races going. Quick basics, rules. These are kind of Aravaipa mainstays, I guess you could say. Obviously, you want to stay on the course. It is a closed course. Any deviations will result in a DQ. So if you do somehow get off course, find your way back to where you got off and get yourself going again. Trail etiquette, the rest of the stuff is all pretty basic. Hey, be nice to people out there. There are others people on the trail, so alert them as that you are probably coming quite fast. No pets are allowed on the course. Please no littering, no e-bikes. Please have respect for all of our volunteers and staff as you're out there. Any drops will result in a DNF, and any distance changes must be done prior to the race start. As mentioned, cutoffs for all races are 7 p.m., very generous. And we do have chipped timing, there is a chip on your bib. So as a quick aside, since I'm mentioning it, the bibs are soft, flexible, should be affixed to the front of your bike for easy read by the chip reader mats. Try not to bend or fold those bibs just because that sometimes has the disastrous effect on the chip that's affixed to the backside. All right, we do recycle here at Aravaipa, so please don't, if at all possible, hand us your trash or throw it away. We take care of everything. We pull it all off the trail when we're done. And those goo packets and things that most people toss, we can actually recycle those. We have recycle bins at all of our aid stations and at the main aid at the finish line, so we can take those and recycle those for you. All right, getting into the races. So here's the full distance information for you. Start location is downtown Cave Creek in front of local Johnny's restaurant. Shuttles will be bringing racers to the start line from the finish line at Lake Pleasant. As again, they're strongly encouraged, but do not have to take the shuttle. You can arrange for other transportation as you wish. If you do elect to drive yourself, you can park in any of the public parking in Cave Creek. There's plenty of it. And then again, note there are no shuttles back to the start line. So if you are driving yourself, you'll need to have someone to pick you up at the finish line. Yeah. Bring some warm clothing. Probably it's going to be a chilly morning. We will have drop bags, a location for you to leave those. We will bring all that back to the finish line so you can pick it up after your race. So dress warm until you need to strip that off at race time, at start time rather. And of course, there will be restrooms there for you at the start. All right, the half distance, sprint distance, 15-mile. The starting location again is at the Pioneer Living History Museum in Phoenix. Shuttles will bring your racers to the start line again from Lake Pleasant. There are no shuttles again to this start line as well. So again, if you are driving here, you'll need to have arrangements to get yourself back to pick up your vehicle. This one's kind of cool. The museum opens their doors to us. We actually will start this race with a neutral, a neutral start, a neutral rolling start through the museum. So they give us access to the museum grounds. If you're not familiar, Pioneer Living History Museum is kind of one of those old-timey type facilities. It's all outdoor. Lots of just old buildings from the previous century set up kind of like a small village. And they do allow us to ride our bikes through it for this race only. So it's a neutral start. This is not where the race really begins, but it's a fun way to kind of warm up your legs for a second, see the facilities, see the grounds, and then as you make your way back out of the gate into the parking lot and then onto the road, that's when the race really gets started. So just a fun little aspect to this particular distance. There will be drop bags here, so again, you can dress warm clothes while you are waiting and getting ready. We'll take all of those warm clothes in your drop bags to the finish line for you. You can pick them up there. And please do, as I didn't really say specifically, but please do bring a bag for them. Don't just throw your sweatshirts at us and whatnot, because it's a little bit easier to arrange and to pack everything up into the vehicle so that we bring them back to the finish line for you. So a small bag, a small gym duffel or backpack is perfect. All right, new this year, we do have a 10-mile trail run to the Prickly Petal. So this will start and finish at 10 Lane Boat Ramp at Lake Pleasant. It's an out and back run. Park in the same area that all the bikes are coming in, and you will get your race going. Everything that you need will be here when you get in, and same with, I didn't really mention them for the bib pickup and registration, but of course those are available for the runners as well. All right, a little bit about the course. For the full distance, 36-mile, the race begins with about 4 miles of paved road that takes you from downtown Cave Creek to spur across a recreation area. From there, you'll jump on Maricopa Trail and you'll stay on that trail all the way to the finish. It's mostly single track. There's some wider Jeep road sized areas. Very, very rocky in the beginning. The first 11 miles of trail is pretty gnarly, rocky, and kind of sharp rock too. So watch yourself there. We will have a mechanic, Tumbleweed Trail Company will be out at the very first aid station, which is um, at the end of this first section of trail, so about 15 miles into your race. And Tumbleweed Trail Company will be there. They will take care of any racers who need a little extra tweaking of their bike if something happened along that first section, which if something is going to happen, this is usually the section that it does. They'll have they'll have all their tools, their van out there to help you guys complete that race. So big thanks to Tumbleweed Trail Company. Give them an attaboy as you go by if you don't need them, and of course if you do, I'm sure like a nice handshake, and I believe they'll be working for tips if you want to drop them something a little bit as well. All right, after the first section, after the Kunisek aid station, you have the middle section that goes between Kunisek and your second aid station at New River, crossing the New River Road. This section is much flatter, much faster, has a general downhill slope to it as well. So it's a very good way to make up some time that you may have lost coming through the climby section to begin with. And then after New River, on the very last section of trail, about the last 6 miles or so, you kind of enter hill country again, as I state here. You drop into this great canyon, beautiful canyon that you'll ride through. And then as you climb up out of the canyon, you'll start to see the lake for the very first time. You'll do some more ups and downs, a quick touch of the road at the Beardsley Trailhead, where the trail jumps off onto the road and then jumps right back on to the dirt again. And then you're officially in the park, Lake Pleasant Regional Park. So one last big climb as you make your way up the very last trail, which is called Frog Tank. At the very crest of that trail is when you'll see the lake again and the finish line and the finish festival. So course markings, orange is okay. That is the way you want to go. We use orange and black tape as well as pin flags to mark your course. All major intersections will be marked with arrow signs, left, right, or straight. You'll go in the direction that you need to go. If you see checkers, blue and white, check yourself, wrong turns. That's not the way to go. So if you do come across, make a turn, come across blue and white tape, you've gone the wrong way, turn around, get back onto it. There are quite a bit of signs out there for you. So the permanent trail signs, so you can follow those as well. But again, they're the race ones. They're really the ones you want to make sure that you're on. All right, if you are in the 15-mile sprint distance, I kind of talked a little bit about this already earlier. The neutral rolling start inside the museum before you exit the gate and you begin the actual race. It's about a 1.5-mile road section, and then you take a left turn onto the Maricopa Trail. Trail crosses a road just before the state prison there, actually. And then lastly, for you trail runners, again, brand new this year, we added a run, the Prickly Ped Trail Run. We'll start and finish at the 10-lane boat ramp, the 5-mile out and back to Pipeline Cove. You've got one aid station along this course that you will hit at mile 4.5 and then again at mile 5.5 because it is an out and back. So you'll run past that aid station to the turnaround point. There will be a sign, there will be a table. You will pick up a bracelet. That will be that was to signify to us that you did make it to that point and get your complete distance. So you must finish with that bracelet. Anyone not coming across, not finishing with that bracelet will be also marked as a DQ. So go past that aid station. Like I said, half a mile down to Pipeline Cove. There will be the sign, the bracelet, turn around, head back up, use the aid station again if you need, and then you've got another 4.5 miles back, retracing your steps to the start line. Things that you need to know for all distances of the mountain bike race and the trail race. Um, it does intersect with the roads a lot. Obviously, we do not close the roads. Vehicles have the right of way. For the bikes, there are several roads that are mandatory dismount as well. So heed those signs, heed those cautions. Traffic is fast on a couple of them, and one of them has a very narrow sight line as well, in addition to being a high speed. So um, we will have sheriffs out there marked to just make the drivers alert. But just know that vehicles do not stop. You must and heed all normal um, rules and regulations of the road. Um, Runners, for you guys inside the park, obviously the roads are not as high speed, but you do cross the road several times. There will not be sheriffs for those road crossings, but you will, of course, want to look both ways, as Mom said, before crossing the roads. Um, this is the Wild West. There are shooting ranges along this trail. This is more for the mountain bikers than for the trail runners. There is you'll pass actually right next to a target range just after the Pioneer start for the sprint distance. And in that section of trail as well, almost all the way to the lake, is pretty much open shooting range as well. So um, there is definitely the occasion that you'll hear gunshots close or far. Um, just giving you a heads up. It's nothing to be concerned with. Everything is facing away from the trail and away from people, but just know that this is a distinct possibility. Gates, there are several gates along the course as well. We do have permission to tie some of them open, so those will be tied open for you on race morning. Some of them, however, we are not able to get those permissions. So with those that are open, free to pass, nothing you need to do there. However, if you do encounter a closed gate, you will need to close it behind you, or if there's a runner or a racer right behind you, just indicate, kind of give them the heads up, hey, close the gate on their way through. If you decide to drop, you must do so at an aid station. Most of this trail is in pretty rugged and difficult to difficult for retrieval in other places. So if you are, you'll have to need to get yourself to the nearest aid station, inform us that you are dropping, and then we can get a vehicle out to pick you up at that point. Weather is going to be great from what I've seen earlier today. It is going to be cool in the morning for sure, as I said. So bring some warmer clothes to warm up in before your race. But once that sun is up, it's going to warm up pretty quickly. It's going to be a beautiful day. Um, at the finish line, we are right on the lake, and oftentimes there is a slight breeze coming off the water too. It is January, or will be technically February. Of course, it is going to be a chillier breeze, not a warm one. So definitely suggested to bring warmer clothes as well. Maybe just a lighter pullover for your hangout time at the finish line festival, because it will get a little bit chilly. Our medical and race EMT operations are provided by MedStar Solutions, excuse me. Shout out to them. Um, their number is on your race bib, but if you probably want to bring it down here anyway, no need to call 911 if any emergency happens. We have these EMTs along the race course, and they will have a station at the finish line as well. They will take care of all of our racers, any kind of medical needs. All right, I think that is up for this page. Moving on, drop bags, as I mentioned earlier. We will take any drop bags with your warm clothes, pre-race stuff from the start lines. We will collect those. We will bring them to the finish, and there will be a place at the finish line designated for them. You can pick them up there. Please make sure that you mark on your bag clearly your at least last name and bib number once you get it. That way it makes easier to retrieve at the end. And again, as I mentioned earlier, please try to keep them to a reasonable size, a small duffel. a backpack that size is pretty easy for us to transport. Anything larger may be more difficult for us to take care of. Oh, and just a quick note on drop bags too. They must be at the start before your race to ensure that they're delivered. So, anyone who happens to be getting a ride to the race and dropped off, please make sure that you're on time. Certainly, anybody who showed up, if you get there, geez, it's just a minute past 8:30. Don't worry, you can get going on the race. You can catch them. Don't worry. But the drop bags might be gone. So get there on time. I guess that's all I'll say. Crews, we don't allow crewing on this course for the race. So if you are getting dropped off either at the start line or the finish line, whichever way you're taking, and you have a crew, they can only meet you at the finish line. No crews at the remote aid stations. Our race timing is a chipped timing system, so it will start when you start, and it will hit those every time you hit those mats. It will give us another indication of where you're at. You'll get a finish line, and you'll get a finish time. You finish line. You'll get a finish time, of course, when you get to the finish, and you can follow your friends and family. Give them this link live at aravaiparunning.com, live.aravaiparunning.com. That will have the Prickly Petal race up there at the top, and you can check it out after the race for your official time. And of course, like I said, friends and family can actually see it live as it's going. So they'll see every time you cross one of those mats. Aid stations, our world famous aid stations, will be set up and ready to take care of all racers on Sunday morning. The 36-mile full distance has two. The first one is located approximately 15 miles into the race. The second one, approximately, oh goodness, I can't remember that exact mileage. I do have it on one of the other pages for you. But they're approximately another 15 miles or so. So it's about mile 29 or 30. For the half distance, you just have the second one at New River Aid, and then of course we'll have the finish line aid station for you. For the trail runners, there's the one that I mentioned earlier at the 4.5, and then you'll hit it again at 5.5 miles. So you'll have that one to take care of you. Our aid stations will have gnarly electrolytes. They will also have just water, and then sweet and salty snacks, easy to package, as well as some fresh fruit. Our finish line aid station will have something a little heavier for your after race if you're looking for it. Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, possibly grilled cheese or cheese quesadillas. As in past years, we will also have only fired pie out there to making pizzas for you at the very finish line too for all the racers. So look forward to that. All right, shuttles. As I mentioned earlier, this is a departure from some of our past year's races. This year we are doing shuttles to the start line from the finish. So drive to Lake Pleasant, you park your car, you get on the shuttle. The shuttle will take you and your bike to the start line of whichever race you are racing in. This is for the mountain bike racers only. So you take the shuttle will bring you to the start line, will bring your bike to the start line. You will reunite with the bike, and then you will get ready to take your race. When you're done your race, your vehicle is there at the lake waiting for you. You can stay as long as you want at our finish festival, and then you have a car ready to drive you home. The shuttles will be there for you right when you pull in. If you're familiar with the lot, it's going to be right, right at the head of the lot there where you pull in on race morning. So for both distances, there will be shuttles and a bike hauler to get your bike and yourself to the start line. Once again, not mandatory, but it makes it a lot easier unless you're doing some sort of a carpool. That's certainly easy as well. Mandatory to take it. There are no second shuttles or third wave shuttles. It is one shuttle at one departure time. So make sure that if you are planning to take the shuttle, that you were there for that departure time early so that you do not miss it. The departure times are very strict because we need to get all the racers to that start line in time to let them get some time to warm up as well and get ready to race. So it's a very strict, tight window. The times are right there at the very bottom of this page with approximate arrival times at your actual start time. I almost said any questions, but I don't think I'm going to get them just yet. All right, that's it. Shuttles. Like I said, a little bit of a departure. Shuttle is at the morning. The lake will be opening early so that we can get you guys all in. The shuttles will be departing right on time to get everybody on the shuttle to the start. And your car is waiting for you at the finish when you get there. All right, enough on the shuttles. If you do have questions, you know how to get to me. This is the last couple of pages here. I do not need to read through these. It's just a little bit about us, Aravaipa Rides, as well as the Maricopa Trail and Park Foundation. This race, the Prickly Pedal, is a major fundraiser for the Maricopa Trail and Park Foundation. We actually manage the operations of this race for them. This is actually their event. They're an incredible group of people that put forth the vision for this trail. This 300 plus mile trail that circles Maricopa County and connects most of the regional parks all into one long-standing trail. So special thanks to them just for getting that trail out there, giving riders and runners and hikers and everybody this incredible experience that you can take here in the Phoenix area. And all proceeds from this race, registration, beer garden sales, go back towards the Trail and Park Foundation as well to help maintain those trails, build new ones as well. So this is just a great event to give back to the community that does so much for us as riders and runners. And then big thanks to our sponsors this year, Peoria, Arizona. The Prickly Pedal supported in part by an arts and culture grant from the city of Peoria this year. We want to thank our friends at Gore as well. Town of Cave Creek, where we get to start, the Maricopa Trail and Park Foundation. Also want to give a shout out to Oso Brewery and Distillery. They are the beer garden partner, so we will have some nice ice cold Oso beers for you when you're done your race, whatever distance it is. And all the proceeds there also go back to the Trail and Park Foundation. So again, great ways to give back by things that we like to do normally, just riding bikes and drinking a little beer, I guess, afterwards. So like I said, give me a call or an email. Let me know if you have questions. We certainly have a few days to iron those out. Want to make sure you guys all have a great time, a great experience on Sunday. It's going to be fabulous. Again, the weather looking great. It's going to be a great day on a bike. So we thank you for listening in. And again, if you have any questions, let me know. If not, we will see you on Sunday at the race.